Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of my Car Mechanic 2021 series. Today we've got a bit of a filler episode going on again. We're between a couple of different DLCs. We just wrapped up the Drag Race DLC cars, and we're going to be eventually stepping into the electric car DLC vehicles. But on this particular episode, we're going to be doing a non-DLC car. In this case, it is the FMW Roadster, or as it's known in the real world, uh, I think it's a BMW. Hang on, double check here. I had it up here just a second ago. BMW Z4. There we go. Apparently, I scrolled up on the page there. My bad. Anyway, so as you can see, it's in okay shape. Could be worse. It looks like it's mostly there. I actually have a coworker that drives one of these, or at least something very close. Except his is white and maybe a little bit newer model. But it's like that same basic design, you know? Anyway, we got it at an auction for probably way too much money, but yeah, this one's gonna be one that we're just gonna kind of breathe on it and give it a nice paint job. I'm thinking maybe we do like either like a white metallic or white pearl coat, or maybe a dark gray, because people love gray BMWs where I live. Go figure. But yeah, like I said, she's in good shape. So I have a feeling we're going to be having should have a fairly easy time with this. Anyway, let's get started. Do the frame first. Oh, hang on. Almost put it back. Need to use it first, then put it back. There we go. Now we can throw it back there. Almost said throw it away. It's like, no, we don't want to throw the welder away. That shit's expensive. But yeah, we're gonna start popping off parts. Oh, come on. I guess I moved a little too soon. There we go. And yes, we're gonna be changing the paint job. Some people might like the paint job on there that was already there, but not me. Call me old school. That should be 3%. Who are we forgetting? Oh, trunk, right. Dope. Been working with so many rear engine cars and it's just like, what am I forgetting? Like, oh yeah. Good place for the battery though. But yeah. That should be good now. Yep. Alright, let's go see what we can fix up. So you might have noticed a little camera difference. I put my cameras back up on stands. There's a lot more secure place to put them because I had them underneath my monitor pointing up at me, and then every time I moved stuff around or bumped the cables, it would move them around, and that kind of got annoying. I put them up on stands and put them off to the side. That way I'm not like constantly bumping into them. One day I'll figure out an optimal setup. Excuse me. Alright, let's take a look. Get rid of the Michigan plates. Sort by condition. And yep, pretty much just the windshield, headlights, and taillights. Rest of it looked like it spiffied up quite nicely. Let's get rid of those now that we've marked them. Good. Let's go buy some stuff. Let's see where we at. FMW Roadster. There we go. Left taillight. Got a windshield. Right taillight. Okay, right headlight. And the other headlight. Right, let's get this back together. Oop. Okay, oh, we forgot the other mirror. That could have been awkward. Okay, so now we should have is just the front and rear license plates. So let's take care of that real quick. 2 custom plates. Why not? Make a slight variation on what we normally do. Alright, do on there. I know it's probably not how some people spell it. Maybe it is. I don't know. My project, so let's go with that. Alright, so interior, we could probably go ahead and take care of that, I guess. We need everything helps if I hit the right key. Okay, everything looks good there. Get rid of those. Head over to the interior shop. Get a couple of nice, comfy looking leather seats. Brand new steering wheel. Surprised it doesn't have the logo on it, but I would imagine it would if it had the if it was an official BMW car. You know, one blessed by the manufacturer or whatever. So, go there. Like this. Okay, so body frame and interior are now 100%. That was easy. I want to get the rims done before we take it over to paint. Just as is tradition, you know. We found out where all the rusty bolts ran off to. Alrighty. I may actually take care of that battery real quick after we take care of the tires. So if that's the only thing in the trunk that we need to worry about other than the fuel, yeah, I suppose we could probably do it. Well, I don't know. Debating whether to take care of the battery now or wait until we get to the fuel and the exhaust system. We could do it either way. It's not going to hurt anything. Yeah, these rims are actually surprisingly good shape. Okie dokie. Let's go fix them up. Alright, good to go. Wait, is this thing only I keep hitting the wrong switch. There we go. Really only using one tire size? Ah, damn. Okay, that's going to simplify things. Alright, let's head over to the tire shop. Oh, hang on. So, 225.35. Need 4. Verify. 225.35 R19, 225.35 R19. So, yep. Spot on. Oh, right. Not there yet, Bronk. Alright. Had to go right to the balancing and was like, yeah, that's not gonna work. There's tire number 1. Number 2. Alright. Get them back on. Okay. So that made him look exactly like they did before, but check the car. Okay, 61% parts, not too shabby. Get you back down on the ground. Because the battery will take like all of 5 seconds to do. We'll leave the fuel system for later. Okay, plug it in, count to 5. Or not. Game. Okay. So that way we don't have to fuss with the trunk. We can just focus on getting the exhaust and the fuel system back here done. Save us a little bit of trouble later, but still not too bad. Alright, so we need to go to paint. Gotta give it a new paint job. Now let's go with the... That's solid. That almost looks badass. But... yeah, white pearl coat. You know, for that, you know, fuck you, I got money level of BMW driver. Yeah. Just for fun and games here, I did want to kind of take a look at the libraries, see if there are any. Okay, yeah, no. No. I don't even see any. Oh, is it this styling on the hood, maybe? Or no, it's because it's off. I'm stupid. It's just got the two. Okay, never mind. Shows how much I've been paying attention. There. I take screenshots of this. I'll show this to my coworker if he's still there. Oh yeah, by the way, I got confirmation that I got my new job at my previous company. Yeah. So I'll let you guys know about that while I'm sitting here oogling this car. I need to talk to their HR people to do some details and stuff, but yeah, my manager went ahead and called me yesterday and gave me the good news. So, yeah. Technically, I'm employed. The first time in 6 months. Can't complain. Right, so what we got here? Like a pretty standard V6. I remember my Z4 stuff here. Yeah, let's just start. Let's just yank all the fluids out. And drain tool. Well, I had it up in the air. I suppose I probably could have drained the oil, but that's okay. So we got everything else. We just need to get the oil taken care of real quick. The oil's relatively clean. That's good, because it's been taken care of. Yeah, the one thing you don't want to see when you're draining the oil out is you start seeing what looks like, well, let's just say glitter. Yeah, all that glitters is not gold unless you're the mechanic. Then it's, you know, you're really seeing dollar signs there because there's usually something very fucky going on with the engine if you see glittery stuff in the oil. But anyway. Oh, wait, hang on. I need to get this back up anyway, because I need to get the exhaust and the gearbox and all, and the drive shaft and all that stuff taken off. Alright, let's get closer. You literally have just one common exhaust pipe going to each side. Cool. That is very nice, very elegant. Simple and to the point. Alright. So what we're going to do first, we're going to mark you and get rid of you. Because we're going to the tune-up shop and finding a slightly higher performance version of that same exact part. The rest of this we're just going to fix up like normal. Alright, I was just checking OBS there, make sure everything's cool. And it is for the moment. Okie dokie. So those are going to stay in our inventory until we get the engine refurbished. Now we can bring it back down. Right, we should be able to get the engine out now. All the fluids have been removed, all the parts attached to it should be disconnected. And out she comes. Yay, alright. This on the stand. Alright, so if you've never watched any of my videos before, hi. Welcome to this channel. We typically take these engines completely apart. We keep just the engine block and the crankshaft and just throw everything else out, essentially. And then we rebuild it with as many performance parts as we can find. And we drop it back in the car and we go. Give it a nice little boost of power. Although I'm not expecting miracles out of this because I'm not seeing a turbo. But yeah, that's okay. We're just going to tear into this. Get everything we can off of it. And get it to be better than it was from the factory. At least that's the plan anyway. Well, it's got one little engine cover, or excuse me, two little engine covers instead of just one big one. Interesting. Ah, that's why you're being... Okay, I got you. When in doubt, just hover your mouse over stuff. Works every time. Well, almost every time. We're getting there. Oh, right. We still hadn't got the other stuff off this side. Okay, just gonna work our way up the side here. We'll do the same for this side. And there goes the last of the camshafts. Now we should be able to get these engine heads off. Cool. That looks like it should come off, but it doesn't. Same with that, so we'll leave that there. Should be able to just roll this, yeah. Okie dokie. And there you go. That's it on the disassembly. Like I said, not too bad. Pretty much a bog standard V6. No turbo to speak of. That we could see anyway. Yeah, so like I said, we're just going to fix the engine block and the crankshaft. The rest of it is going in the bin. Come on, there you go. Okay. Okie dokie. Now we're ready to rebuild this little puppy here. Let's do it. Oh, not yet. There we go. I was going for... There we go. Assembly mode. Okay, so filter, flywheel, oil filter, alternator, crankshaft pulley, 2 idle rollers, and a water pump. That should be it for the outside. We don't do the thermostat until later. Get in here. 6 pistons with conrod. 2 crankshaft bearing caps, and we'll get the necessary rods and rings while we're in there. Let's see, fuel filter, yes please. Flywheel, get you. Alternator. Okay. Looks like the only other thing is the pistons with conrod. Boom. The rest of this should be able to get from standard part shop. Oil filter, crankshaft pulley, 2 idle roller A's, brand new water pump, couple of crankshaft bearing caps. Okay, rod cap. And rings. Since it didn't specify, we're just going to use the standard ones. Okay. Start throwing stuff on here. Oh, back up. Wait, did I not get the bracket? Oh, okay. We can fix that in the next round of parts. No biggie. I think we're going to be missing an idle roller here. Yep. Okay, we'll catch that on the next round. Right, that popped up after we put that on. Let's get the pistons in there, and then we'll start ordering some more parts. Come on. Okay, let's get these pistons bolted in. Alrighty. That's it on that. So let's go ahead and get oil pan, clutch plate, bracket, our steering pump, another roller, and some really big heads. Giggity. Alright. Performance shop. Get that stuff first, so clutch plate. Our steering pump. Roller standard, arm standard, oil pan standard, so looks like just the engine heads. That should give us a nice little bump to horsepower. Wait, did we not? Alright, we didn't go to the standard part shop, right? My bad. See? Getting ahead of myself again. Alright. Let's just get to it. Okay. This on there, and then we can write the engine. Like so. Pop the clutch plate in. Alright, that's it for that round of parts. Pressure plate, thermostat. Looks like 2 exhaust manifolds. Camshafts, intake manifold. Okay, we've got spark plugs. Looks like we've got another roller. Got quite a few parts for this round. Okay, pressure plate. Thermostat should be a standard part. It is. Okay, usually is. So 2 exhaust manifolds. 4 camshafts. Intake manifold. 6 spark plugs. Rest of this is all standard, so we'll switch over. And got the roller. Much better. And drop the camshafts in. Come on, let me in. There we go. All right, anything else? Yep, the other exhaust manifold. Whoops. I was forgetting something. Alright, there we go. That looks better. So now we can order our next round of parts. We need 4 of those. 2 fuel rails. Like 4 camshaft bearings. They get 6 ignition coils. And clutch pressure plate. Right. And a couple of fuel rails. These, yeah, they're standard parts. Cam gears are standard parts, and clutch release bearing is also a standard part. So do the rest of our shopping over here. Good. Okay, let's get these ignition coils in. All right. Okay, right, fuel rails. Go there. Anything else? Nope. That's it on that round. We got the first of the serpentine belts. We've got 2 head covers there and 2 head covers there. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. That should all be standard parts, so I'm not even going to bother going over to the other shop. Alright, last of the head covers. Cool. That belt on. Belt tensioner and first of the covers. Looks like we got an intake manifold, and I think that's it for this round. You go over here. And grab one of these. Belt tensioner. And first of 3 timing covers. You in. Go ahead and put this on. So we got the throttle already. Cover A, cover B. That's it. Throttle's definitely an aftermarket part. Boom. Okay. Game, come on, get me up there. There you go. I'll make sure we didn't have any leftovers. Alright. Leather belt, no problem there. And one should be one more roller. That's it. I believe that is everything. Looks like it. Much nicer. I mean, it was in pretty good shape when we started, to be fair, so not like it was a dramatic change, but we should see a noticeable increase when we go to put this on the dyno later. So yeah. Let's get you off there, shall we? Very nice. Okie dokie. Let's start pulling everything out of the engine compartment. We'll get the that one exhaust piece and the gearbox and other stuff put on here in a minute. Don't necessarily have to do those right this second. Oh, we've got an intercooler. Yeah, hate those. Hang on. Before we do that, let's mark these. And then take them out. Because we know we're not going to be able to fix them. I didn't even notice it had an intercooler until I started tearing into this. Yeah. That's annoying. Okay. Plus we didn't get the other half of the ABS. So. Anyway. Let's get her back in the air. Gotta get the intercooler. And that we're going to mark because we know that's generally a performance part. There you are. Okay. Sorry, I was just sitting there thinking and doing other stuff at the same time. The intercooler is only really annoying in the sense that like you can only get it from under the car, which makes sense given where it's at. But everything else in the engine compartment I can get to from the top, and don't like having to just pop the car up. Oh, shit. I'm gonna be doing this a lot with this car. I have it up in the air and I could do other stuff, and it's just like, nope. And why did I go all the way back there? That's going back on. Okay, drive shaft we're not going to put back in because we want to keep that out until we redo the rear suspension. So, hop out. Nope. Not clean out, but hop out of the assembly mode. Yeah. So, let's see what we can fix. And then we can fix at least a few of the items. So let's get to it. Alright. So let's mark you, and you, and you, and you, you, and you, and you. Everything else is marked. That needs to be marked. Oof. Right. So nothing here should be performance parts at this point. Let's see, washer fluid, yes please. Coolant reservoir. Power steering. What else we got? Air filter cover. Air filter base. Oh yeah, we do have a performance part. Come to think of it. It's not much of a performance part, but it still is. Alright, the rest of it's electrical. Okay, got your ECU. Relay type A. 2 relay Bs. 5 relay Cs. 5 refuse type As. Refuse type Bs. Gotcha. And a fuse type C. Alright, let's get at her. Much prefer bolts bolts to clips on that. Man, friggin' voice is just getting scratchy tonight. There we go. And we still need to get the ABS stuff in there, but I'm gonna get this fuse box sussed first and then we'll move on. Over there, do this real quick. Excuse me. Oh, right, the ECU. How far art thou? There we go. Okay, now we can start putting in fluids. Almost forgot the power steering fluid. Sorry. I mean to punch the mic there. Okay, dokie. That should be everything in the engine compartment. Yep. Cool. We need to take care of the exhaust and the fuel system. We're just going to get rid of all of this. Okay, off to the tune-up shop. Brand new rear muffler. Exhaust pipe. Middle muffler, aka resonator. And catalytic converter. Not a Cadillac converter, a catalytic converter. I had an actual family member that used to call it a Cadillac converter for some reason. Used to give him a hard time about that. Alright. So the fuel system's done, the exhaust is done, the battery's good. So, we should be at a point now where all we have to do is the front and rear suspension. Getting close to being done with this car. Actually just, yeah. Get all 4 tires off first and then we'll start tearing into the suspension. Alright, since we're up here, let's go ahead and just take the front end off first. Might as well. Come on. There you go. We're gonna start popping the bushings out. Oh, come on. Don't be shy. There you go. Not hitting too many rusty bolts, thank goodness. Alright. Sway bar, and I believe that's going to be it for the front. Pop back here. Good news is, though, with the overall parts condition, we should be able to fix most of this right up. Except for some of the consumables, of course. Brake pads, bushings, that sort of thing. The parts that make up the assemblies up front, you know, those are another bunch that I don't think ever can be fixed. Usually just get replaced. Alright, let's take out the bushings back here now. Okay. You over there? Thank you. I'd say not hitting very many rusty bolts, and then I start hitting them right, left, and center. Like, yep. Don't trash talk the game. The game hears you sometimes. Metaphorically speaking, of course. It's like playing American Truck Sim. Game hears you talking smack, and all of a sudden you end up getting T-boned by an AI car, or have the physics glitch out in some spectacular fashion. At least I have, anyway. Come on. There you go. Cool, that's everything off the back suspension. Let's go fix some shit, huh? Good idea. This is gonna take a minute. Sweet. Alright, let's see what the bench can do for us. Excuse me. Kind of going into focus mode. Well, the mini game is not that complex. I mean, still tired and reflexes kind of go out the window when you're exhausted. Okay, let's see where that left us. And I realized I didn't take those damn assemblies apart. Wait, what? Oh. I hit the join instead of take apart. I doubt these are fixable. Yeah, they're not. I always check anyway. Okay, so... well, we're all the way into page 3 before we have to see anything that's below 100%, so... not great, but not bad. It was started running. Anyway, so get rid of everything that wasn't 100% condition, and we're gonna buy all new stuff. Yeah, still a pretty heavy list here. Okay, 16 rubber bushings. Front sway bar. Okay, got your inner tie rods and your outers. Boom. 2 rear shocks. 2 rear end links. 8 small rubber bushings. Couple of rear springs. Two rear shock caps. Couple of front springs. New set of brake pads. Do front end links. Couple of new hubcaps. Rear sway bar. And a couple of front shocks to round things out. Okay. The assemblies put together, and then we'll get started. Start back here. Let's go ahead and get that drive shaft out of our inventory. Cool. No, we're not done with that side yet. Yep. Game keeps thinking we are. There we go. Alright. Let's get these bushings on the cross member before I forget about them. Good. Everything else look good? Everything looks like it's there. Alright. Hop on over. Okay, everything's coming along nicely. Come on. There we go. Alright, let's do a quick check here. Make sure everything looks good. Yep, all the bushings are in. All the parts appear to be in order. Alright, let's get up here. Get some of the preliminaries put in. Okay. First off, let's get these bushings put in. Game, please. There we go. Accidentally click on one thing and it tries to send you out clear out to Narnia. Everything looks good here. Let's sneak over there. Get this last part, or set of parts put together. Okay, inventory is empty, and we check the car, and the car is at 100% condition. Good job, everybody. Cheers. Done with this part at least. And now, I'm going to go take it over to the alignment rack, get the headlights and the wheels lined up. And it's off to the dyno booth. Okay, that's good. And two of them are already aligned correctly. Nice. Again, like I said, V6, no turbo, so I think this thing's somewhere in the mid 200s on horsepower from the factory. Yep. 251 horsepower at 221 pound-feet of torque. So we'll see where we end up. That is a weird sound to the engine. .430 horsepower for a gain of 180, so 72% increase. 349 pound-feet of torque, so 128. So an increase of 128 for a 58% increase. So not bad, not bad. Happy little number, given how small it is. Alright, let's get you up front. We're going to get some pictures. Then, we're take it out on the speed track. Okay. That one's going to be the thumbnail of the video, which you would have already seen by the time this video gets published. And that one's going on Discord. And I'm going to take it on speed track. I'm going to get my controller out while this is loading. It's easier to feather the throttle with the controller than it is trying to do that same thing with the keyboard. Well, hopefully everybody's strapped in. $110, $120, $130, $140, $150, And 61 is all we're gonna get. Well, you know. At least it looks nice. It looks cool. It looks nice too. Alright, turn to garage. Hit max speed before we even hit to the end of the airstrip there. Still not bad though. I mean, in the US, I mean, how many places can you go anywhere close to that fast? Outside of like a drag strip or a racetrack, you know? Alright, so let's go look at the numbers. Well, we bought it for $42,879. You could see the condition bonus, performance parts, body and parts values. You see how all that factors into the to the numbers. So we're selling this for $116,437 for a profit of $73,558. So didn't quite double our money, but we still made a fair bit of profit off of it. Yeah, this was a fun build. Had a good time. Gave it a nice paint job and everything. A lot better than the way it looked when it came in. Okay, so, like I said, this was our filler episode, so we're going to be going into the electric car DLC, so this will be a horse of a different color, so to speak. We'll be doing Auto Tutto Levantino. We'll be doing that in the next episode, so that'll be over here, where I normally work. We then have the Atom 330. That's 2 episodes out. Okay, as you can see, it needs a bit of work. But a lot of these cars do. That's why they come here. We have the third card in the series, which is the Atom Renton. That's going to go to position 2 outside because that's 3 episodes out. It literally just has a Playway license plate. Nice. Breaking the 4th wall on that one. Let's see. Let's take a look at our parking situation. So we got the last of the electric cars, the Alenti Easy. At least that's how I'm pronouncing it. In fact, let's just take this to a preemptive cleaning, because I have a feeling we're probably going to need to. Like I said, we may take our time, have to take our time with these a little bit more because these are electric cars. They are a bit of a different beast to work on. So it might be some head scratching, might be some, you know, what the fucks, who knows. Okay, so that's going into position 3. So that one's going to be 4 episodes out. So we have all 4 cars for the electric car DLC. And just to kind of give you guys another peek at the future here. We have one more filler car after the electric car DLC. That's the Bolt Chapman. We're fixing up, essentially it's like a Chevy Caprice, but it's close enough to the car that I used to have as my first car that I ever drove, which was a 82 Oldsmobile Delta 88. They're all GM cars, so they're pretty close to each other, at least back then. And we're going to try to make it look pretty close to the way I had it when I was actually driving it back in the day, back in the 90s. But yeah, and then it's Dodge, Plymouth, Chrysler DLC, aka the Mopar DLC. We got 8 cars to do there, and that'll be our final 8 episodes right there. So we got let's see, 8 plus 1, plus, let's say it's 9, plus 4, that's what, 13 episodes left? Yeah, we're closing in on it. Yeah, let's close up shop. Okie dokie. So, with that, I'm gonna turn you guys loose. Appreciate y'all for watching. And don't forget the subscribe button if you want to get, and the little bell thing if you want to get the notification for any new videos or streams that happen on this channel. Like I said, now that I have confirmation I have the new job, it's just a matter of when do I start. These last handful of episodes for this series are probably gonna, depending upon when I start, the pace of them might slow down, but we'll still finish out the series at least. So, I can promise you guys that much. For those who follow me on Twitch, I don't know what I'm going to do yet with that. I'll probably push the streams to the weekends. Who knows? Maybe or that, or cut them down to 2 hours and put them pretty late at night. I'll figure something out. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, alright? Take care.